Hey guys, welcome. Now, I didn't know I was gonna be here, but I got called to be here, and it's because, guys, we're going through it. I've had many of my fellow Starseed Twin Flames reach out, and it seems that many of us are all going through the same thing. And if you're not, good on you, man. Good on you, because we need you. We need you to hold those high vibes. Guys, I don't remember ever feeling like this on my journey thus far. I really feel I've never felt so low vibed. Like I just want to give up. I've always been able to understand the mission, and understanding the mission has allowed me to anchor things in and to hold on and to continue to expand. But this was the first time in my own journey where I wanted to give up on the mission. And guys, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it honest with you. Like I always tell you guys, I am doing this with you guys. We're doing this together. And I experience all these things in order to be able to sit here with you guys and for us to do what we do. And it gets really hard when we have to look at these very deep, very dark, very evil truths. And remember, we're healing with darkness, so we love the dark. It's beautiful with the moon and the starlight. This is different, right? You know, when we look so far behind that veil sometimes, and the stuff that we see, it hurts. And we have to be able to heal from that. And I feel like we just saw so many truths in a row that we're having we're having you know, your head is still spinning. I keep wanting to say clap back. That keeps coming to my head. It's like we're having a clap back. But you know, it and the times that we've been in have compounded it. But I keep thinking of the diamond and the diamond patterning, and the fact that we're shifting, and the fact that we're healing to the core. We're getting to the center. We're getting to the nitty gritty of it all. And that, you know, what goes down must go up. You know, hanging tight with these things. But in keeping it real with you guys, I want to really keep it real with you guys. It was my birthday. And for the last 3 birthdays in a row, I have been sober. And I mean, it's not to say that in my past birthdays before that, when I was still having my awakening process, I was, you know, shit-faced. No. You know, I've been having my awakening for some time, weaning myself off of, you know, my addictive habits. And for the last 3 birthdays in a row, I did not touch anything, any booze, right? Because that's my drug of choice is alcohol. And this birthday, I did. The devil was offering that cup, and I didn't even need an excuse. I took it, and you know, I hit my personal rock bottom. And it you know, I found it interesting to me that I didn't hit my rock bottom before, that I had to be sober for some time in order to have a rock bottom and experience what that meant. And I had done so much work to make it to where I was at. And to lose it all within that night, it was devastating. It was devastating, but I had seen so much negative, so much evil, so much, you know, so much pain patterning, so much trauma, so much, you know, yucky garbage come up, and not have enough time to heal from it. I just reached for that cup because I just wanted to do anything that I could to numb it, to not feel it, to not look at it. I couldn't take anymore. I was literally sick. And what ended up happening was the exact opposite. I didn't get relief. Like, you know, before I was woke and I was, you know, drinking, I got relief. I didn't get that relief because, you see, I am woke. We are woke. So that switch is not going off. And I wanted, like, from the past to turn off that switch, but I couldn't turn off that switch. And it made my choices, and it made what happened that much more impactful, but it also hurt that much more. And rather than feel better or get better, I just got that much worse. But because of, you know, who we are, we use these experiences as fuel to get to the next step. And I don't believe that anything should be wasted. So nothing from these series of negative experiences for me has been wasted. I knew that, you know, we have to take all of that negative energy and use it to get to what's our next step. So nothing is lost. And I decided that, you know, I was going to use that energy to quit caffeine fully. And I'm struggling with that too. And here we have another negative, what it feels like for me, you know, it's this lack of patterning. It's really struggling with this lack of patterning and then these attacks. And this is a lot of the times too why we heal from what's lower vibrational. So we you know, we're not being attacked. Because when you're drinking all the time, when you're watching porn, when you're doing lower vibrational things, and I even want to say, you know what, torturing life, or, you know, not supporting life. And yeah, you know, this does happen in the meat industry. This is why I quit eating meat, because I was educated onto what was happening, not everywhere, but in many places within the meat industry, and I didn't want to support that. And when I was educated even further to how we are manufacturing meat, our meat consumption is part of a very big part of what's destroying the planet. I didn't want to be a part of that anymore, and I have been called to not eat meat now for a very long time. We're going on, like, you know, 9-10 years here, because I don't want to support that destruction. And I believe all of life is equal. In fact, I would love to see the rest of life thrive and humanity take a back seat. I think it's only fair. You know, it's really being able to understand, are we creating with patterns that are allowing us to be a virus, or are we creating patterns that are allowing us to live in symbiosis, and being able to see the difference and being able to act on it. And I know, like, I really feel like that's the message today. The message is, like, this can be really depressing. This can get us really down. Like, doing all this work, it's really hard. It's really easy to get lost in the negative. And then, you know, like, we all need help with that positive charge. And then if you're in separation with your twin, I know that for the longest time ever, I've been very hopeful being in separation with my twin, but for the first time ever, I experienced the very dark side of being in separation and just giving up and not wanting to be a twin anymore. And, like, for the longest time, I've known that I've been in separation. And guys, I'm speaking about myself here because it's not, you know, this is how it's not fair. I'm not going to speak about someone else. I'm going to speak about myself. For us, you know, to join together and we resonate, what we resonate with and what we don't. And that's a reflection where we can hold up a mirror and we can see who we are and who we are not. And so, you know, I have personally not experienced that side of things before until this time in my life. And I've always known that being in separation from him was making me stronger. But and being able to be the positive charge within that and say, okay, look, I need to be alone. I need to understand all these things. I'm getting stronger. There may be all these twins in union, and I'm not going to be upset that they're in union. I'm going to be thankful and happy, and what a blessing, and hopeful. But right now I have to be in separation and I need to be stronger. And I'm getting stronger. But I really felt a sense of hopelessness, a sense of, you know, I don't want to be a twin anymore. I don't want to do this. And then I was triggered. I was triggered when I saw twins that were in union. It was triggering me, and I realized I had more healing to do, because we're working now down to the core. We're doing that tough stuff. So that's why I'm here today, guys. So, you know, as a reminder not to give up, that you're not alone. We're not alone. We're in this together. We're one. I love you guys. And to get some messages, and I really wanted to do some purification work, but I can't seem to get this lit. Let's see if I can just light some of it and get it going. I really feel like, you know, we are being attacked. We are being attacked because the world is really shifting. That, you know, we're collapsing this evil, destructive patterning. So it's fighting back. You know, this hack is fighting back, and we are being attacked. And that we need to be mindful of this, and we need to be here for one another. And I felt called to share my truths here with you guys today. I felt called to express them, to release them. And you know what, guys, if you need to email me or you want to leave a message because you need to free your truths, that's why we're here for, because I know not everybody gets this. Okay. I want to go straight to the tarot of light and shadow, just to get some information on what shadows we're facing, okay? And then what we can use to illuminate them. And I want to say, guys, I have to finish off the story. I'm always all over the place with stories, right? So I had been feeling all this hopelessness of being a twin, and that, you know, I was never going to make it into union, and then also feeling guilty, like I wasn't just doing this for union, but that's almost, you know, what it sounded like to me. And I needed to heal with that too alone. Like, it's not just about the reward. It never has just been about the reward. You know, it's about the mission. It's about life. But the union is part of the mission. And it gets really hard not to have... It's really hard to be in separation. And no, it's not... It doesn't mean it's easy when we're in union. But there comes a point in time when it's time to cultivate and have this union so we can go to the next step. Because then, you know what, you start to go stagnant too. And it's honoring that. It's just honoring that. Not everything is about a reward. It's about a process. And it's about a process of life and about expansion. So, at my birthday party, I was given this. And it's a tarot card of the Lovers. And it's a sign from the universe and from God not to give up. And then I realized all the people that I have in my life supporting me. I have love. It's right here. And it's just healing from that codependency a little bit more, because that's also what we came here to do, to heal from codependency. No one said it was gonna be easy though, guys. No, I'm going with it. These cards shot me in the belly while we were talking. The Ace of Swords and the Hermit. this has to do with seeing the truth within. This has to do with what we're talking about to the core. And then we move forth with the Knight of Wands. So let's see how we can illuminate the Hermit, okay? Guys, we're tired from this work that we're doing within as we're journeying to the core, but we need to get this sword. It's like what they're showing me is this Hermit is very tired. And, you know, I want to say like running out of energy. But that sword is calling that Hermit. And then we're going to move forth with the Knight of Wands, which that Knight is our impulses. It's going to be the spark of energy that we need, okay? Okay. This is for the Hermit and the Hermit. Okay. So that's how we're going to illuminate this. We'll get this message and let's just move on. Let's just get the message for the... It's the Queen of Swords and the Lovers. There it is. So, this is the message of how we're going to illuminate the sword from the shadows to the light. And the Knight of Wands, remember, we're moving forth. And there's our illumination, the Lovers. So first of all, guys, we're just going to read the shadow aspect, okay? Self-awareness, the acknowledgement of the real place we have reached in our journey through life, almost always triggers change. In the twilight, we see the pendulum reach a point of rest. The only thing that can follow is motion, the journey from light to dark, dark to light, suggesting movement away from stasis, a triumphant return to a path abandoned, a deepening of awareness of the goals of life. To reach this, we may have to enter into a period of withdrawal. But it is important to keep a finger on the pulse of life in case we become caught in the circle of time and lose our way. Guys, you see, this is why I love this. Everything we just discussed right there, okay? So, illuminating. The Hermit suggests not only the deep contemplation of events, but the acknowledgement of the passage of time and the way this impacts upon all of our issues. This allows the seeker to be detached from the issue, enabling a clearer view of the circumstances that have brought the problem into being. And I really feel like that's what we're trying to heal from, the time aspect of what's happening. We need to heal with time, and this is where divine timing comes into play, and that's not always the easiest thing to manifest with. Because we're still being affected by these 3D templates, even though we are creating with the 5D. Do you see how we can be in conflict there, and we have to heal from that conflict with the patterning? So, the Ace of Swords, shadow aspects. In the twilight realm, you may need to give up the power of the sword. Withhold the critical world. Shelf aggressive tendencies. But this is only for a time. Do not let go of the hilt just yet. The way may be shadowy, but it is still the way. And who knows what challenges lie ahead. And that's exactly the time we're in. That's why this is the middle card. Guys, the way may be shadowy, but it is still the way, and who knows what challenges lie ahead. Do not let go of the hilt just yet. And the illumination for that is the Queen of Swords. The Queen considers the blade in her hands, feeling its weight and balance, testing its sharpness. As a guide in the adventure of life, She brings this same approach to all that we seek to hear from her. With her guidance, you feel ready to deal with whatever issue confronts you. So she's going to help us. She understands what it feels like to hold this sword in her hand. Remember, we're searching for this sword within right now. So she has information that's going to help us. And what it is she brings a guide in the adventures of life. Guys, we need to switch our perceptions and look at this as an adventure. We really need to look at this as an adventure. And we're gonna get an activation on these two cards because it's gonna help us find the way even further. But before I do, I just want to share what's happening here. Let's get the completion of this message, okay? So, the knight is capable of becoming careless as well as carefree, and it is this which can make him a risky representative. His strength is great, but is often accompanied by a wildness, which makes him seem out of control. There are times when you need a more restrained character to guide you. But guys, we need his wildness right now. That's why he's here. He's part of this equation. Remember, this is about strength in adventure. He just needs to be tempered, and that's why the Lovers is here to help temper him. From human love to divine love, through every variable in between, all are depicted here. It refers not only to romance and sexual passion, but to love of family, siblings, love of work, of place, and pleasures such as music, books, and art. It is often related to adolescent love, which is more powerful in its ability to overwhelm. On another level still, it refers to the transformative love of the divine and the interaction between humans and gods. In the realm of light, we see the Lovers sheltering from the sun's rays beneath a shade, suggesting a reluctance for commitment. A weather vane decorates the pole, suggesting the possibility of many turnings. Love takes everything, but it also takes no prisoners. Yet flowers spring up at the feet of the couple, showing how rich and empowering, yet subtle and sweet love can be. This card has always been associated with choice, and the typical love triangle is often depicted as an underlying meaning. Guys, so you can hear all the differences of love, okay? But this is about twin souls. It is said the Lovers mirror each other, balancing each other's desires, hopes, according to the depths of their passions. Though the Lovers might be any famous couple, Lancelot and Guinevere, they are more than this. For they embody the idea of divine love in all of its forms, representing all lovers, not just human love, but also love of mankind for its gods, or its gods for humanity. The Platonic belief that the cosmos was driven by the power of love was a wildly held belief for long after the classical period. Here the Lovers stand in the midst of love's garden, lost in contemplation of each other, their hearts wide open to whatever comes next. And guys, this is what's happening. It's like we're being stripped of all the patterns that are connected to this hack in the 3D. And it's like we're having a death of old self to have this new birth of new self. But it's to the core. This is, yes, we've done this before, but this is a deeper level of integration of patterns, of the new patterns, because so much has been illuminated of these truths. As you see, it's all coming down around us. And this is why we're feeling attacked. And we need to hang tight with love of life and connection. And know that the divine is still here. you know. Okay, we know that the spring equinox gateway was just activated. And God's doing all this stuff. It's just not, like, it's not easy. But nothing we're doing is ever easy. So, you know, like, right now, I just want to go eat a bucket of fried chicken, grab a bottle of wine, get fucking 16 joints, and just get straight lit like that, not lit with the divine. But I'm not gonna do it because I know I'll just feel like a failure, and I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to give up, guys. I feel like we've made it too far to give up now. And then, you know, I was sent this piece of information today. Like, today I was feeling so lower vibe. I didn't know how I was gonna get here and give this message. And then a cooking show came on. And it was all about Rastafarians and how, you know, how they live. They don't eat meat. They eat less and less. They live off the air. They cultivate all their own food. They eat fresh, organic, fruits and vegetables. They don't drink. They don't do drugs. But yeah, they smoke a lot, you know, they do a lot of marijuana. That is part of their path. And I just know on mine, I've been called not to. I've been called to really laser focus on this work that we're doing with our lymphatic system, our endocrine system, with our heart blood purification. Right, guys, it's here again. Here we go. Thoth, light codes, light initiation, great teacher awakening, divine magic. And of course, guys, remember, it's getting harder because now we're doing the real work. Okay, we're doing the real tough work. Remember, everything we need for this journey is within us. And I feel very connected to this teacher. I'm very happy that he's here. I feel great connections to him. I always have, ever since I had my awakening. That's why I was so ecstatic to see him in the Queen of Cups card in the Starman Tarot. And then, you know, my connection grew even deeper. I love the Starman Tarot, guys. I love it. It's so well done. Light initiation, great teacher awakening, divine magic. Thoth, pronounced Thoth, also known as Tahuti, is the ancient Egyptian abyss-headed god of writing, divine magic, and the moon. Acknowledged as the sacred scribe who created writing, he is considered to be the great mind behind the hieroglyphics and the maintainer of the Egyptian universe. It is said he was the priest king of Atlantis and was dedicated to leading the Atlantean people in a loving way that was firm but fair. However, no matter how hard he tried to direct them, many of them didn't obey the spiritual laws of the universe, which inevitably led to the end of their civilization. This gateway takes you to a space where you can connect with the energetic frequency that Thoth carries. As a master teacher of the stars, he holds space for you to connect with some of your greatest gifts from this lifetime and the many others you've lived. Primarily teaching his spiritual integrity, and he's working alongside a powerful congregation of evolved souls, the ascended Atlanteans, to guide those who are ready to increase their awareness. He specializes in helping those who are finding it difficult to make spiritual progress to rise above the aspects of their life that are holding them back, and he helps awaken the teacher within. Everything we need. Tahuti, Tahuti, Tahuti. And we're going to chant that till we feel a shift in the energy around us. And then say, Thoth, great priest king of Atlantis and divine scribe of ancient Egypt, thank you for initiating and awakening the great teacher within me. Your message. You are blessed to connect with this great master. You are going through a powerful set of light initiations at this time, and these are preparing you to lead and teach from a powerful space of love. In order to complete the process, there will be a release of old ideas and limiting stories. But this is necessary for you to connect with the true power within you. Don't be concerned by the intensity of the energies that surround you right now. Facing shadow parts of yourself and your story is essential for connecting with divine magic and evolved beings. The evolved beings of light are there to lead the way. If you have any concerns or fears at this time, know that when fear gets loud, it's because you're on the cusp of something extremely powerful. And that's it. That's it right there, guys. Everything is all here. We're on the cusp of something extremely powerful, but this power is for the greater good. This power is for mission work. This power is for life and this expansion that we all came here to create. I love you guys, and thank you for being a part of this. Really, from the center of my heart. It's so appreciated. Until next time, guys, I'm sending it to you. Those good healing vibes, guys. We'll talk soon. I'm excited to see what's happening. You never know. You never know. Because as far as I was concerned, I was getting ready to do the holistic cooking special, facing the death template special, man. I had it all geared up. And then I was hit with all this, and we're here. And this is what I mean. This is all unfolding together in natural time. We're together, guys. I love you. Take care. Please take care, okay? Hang tight with the healing that we've created here. And continue to heal with those that you heal with along your path. And know that you are not alone and you are loved. I love you all. Take care. I said take care many times because I need you guys to take care. I'm going to take care too.